Well, this is the time of year when we like to move our houseplants outside. And if any of them need divided or repotted, it's a very good time to do that. Now, one of the houseplants that we don't think about repotting very often, luckily, are the cacti. And with good reason, because they can be very difficult to work with. Now, they don't need repotted very often, basically just about every 3 or 4 years. And usually if you see roots sticking out the bottom of the pot, that's when you know it's time to repot them. Now, there are a few essential supplies that you need to repot a cactus. And first, you need some very strong gloves. This is very important because it can be a difficult task to repot your cactus without them. Now, even though you may have some very good gloves, those spines on the cactus may poke through anyway. So if you can get a piece of rolled up newspaper that will fit around your cactus, you can use this to grip your cactus with, and I'll show you how to later on. Also, if you can find something blunt to help you pack the soil around the base of the cactus, that will come in very handy. The other thing that you need is a pot and also some potting soil. Now, you can buy special potting soil just for cacti, or you can make your own. And basically all you need to do is use 1 part of regular potting soil and add to that 1 part of coarse sand. Now, instead of coarse sand, you can use something like perlite. What you're wanting to do is get a media that has a very good drainage. And here I've just used 1 part of regular potting soil and 1 part sand, mixed them together and then just slightly moistened them. I don't want it very wet at all, but just a little bit moist. Now, when you go to repot your cactus, you'll want to water it in first so that the roots will keep from drying out, and also so that your soil can stay stuck together. Now, here I have my pot, and I have a clay pot. And when you choose a pot to repot your cactus in, usually the barrel type cactus like that, need a pot that is about 1 inch wider in diameter than the cactus is. So if you look here, we've got our pot and our cactus. So basically what you're going to have when you end up is about a 1/2 inch rim around the outside. And that's about our size. Also, you've noticed that I have chosen a clay pot, which is very good for cacti because the clay pot actually breathes. And this is better than, say, a glazed ceramic pot or a plastic pot because it actually breathes, and cactus can be very prone to root rot. Well, now I want to just add a little bit of soil in the bottom of my pot, and you're going to want to have your cactus growing at the same soil level that it is growing at right now. So I've put a little bit of potting soil in the bottom, and then I will just take my paper and grasp the cactus like this, and you can really tighten that down fairly tight, and this way you're not poking through your gloves, and then empty that out. Now you can see with this cactus that it really was about time for us to repot it. And also this is a nicer looking pot than just the plastic one. Now I'll just place my cactus there and then just start adding soil around. Now that's where your blunt object comes in handy to pack the soil around the base of your cactus. Now, cactus are not actually very heavy feeders. In fact, you can basically get by fertilizing about once a year from about a teaspoon of bone meal in the spring. However, this cactus that I have just repotted, I'm not going to fertilize, so I won't burn the roots. And the other thing that I am not going to do is water this in right now. Since they are prone to root rot, I'm going to let this sit for about a week and let the roots get adjusted, and then I'll water it in. Well, now my cactus is ready for a nice sunny spot.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.